Hello, Skipper. Hello, Navigator. Half a minute to go. Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Baboon Yodel. How's everybody doing? You must be amazed at how you hear my voice first and not your favorite host's Renee Church's voice first, because she's just lazing around at home. She doesn't have a voice. She's been working at the shoe shop too long, and I don't know why she has lost her voice, but her voice is gone and she can't attend. So I've invited a very good friend of mine from a place in Christchurch, and he's going to be joining me here with our podcast. His name is Thaddeus. Welcome, Thaddeus. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you.
Oh,
very well, thank you.
That's a very, very prompt response.
How hot up here in Auckland? How hot?
It is quite hot. It is humid, hot as balls.
Hot as balls?
Hot as balls. Elephants.
Rugby balls.
No, the testicle balls.
Do you remember do you remember that show Fear Factor?
Yeah, I know Fear Factor with Joe Rogan when he had hair.
Yes,
Yeah.
back when he had hair, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things when I was a child, when I was watching the show, people had to eat balls.
Yeah.
I remember eating balls, testicles.
And why is it always a bull?
Balls.
Why
That's
is the
thing.
bull?
I'm not sure. Are they larger testicles than the usual testicles?
You know, I have a theory about it. I think the bull's testicles are tasteless. That's why they use it in these shows, because it's always a bull's penis or a bull's testicle.
It's a cop out for the contestants.
Why isn't it a cow? No, cow is a female bull. Is it?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know. That's not my first language. You're an English.
Well, you see,
connoisseur.
how hot. The thing I always find tricky, you eat the testicle.
Yeah.
How many testicles you got? Well, you'd have 3, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you're starting off.
I mean, if your digestive system was organized in such a way that you eat it and it just passes through your esophagus, intestines,
How does it digest? I mean, is this how we're meant to begin the show?
Yeah. We are meant to begin the show.
Digestion of testicles.
Testicles. In Pakistan, we actually eat the testicles, and it's not a dare. It's not Fear Factor.
Oh, just recreationally.
Yeah, recreationally, you eat. There's testicles and heart and liver and lungs, and you put it all together. Put a lot of spices in it, and you eat it. It's called katakat. Katakat.
Now, is this? I mean, many people, I'm sure, will ask you though. Oh, what a trip! You've come from where? What? Oh, Pakistan. Well, where's that? Right, Auckland. Yeah, okay, yeah. But what do you miss most? Oh, I miss the testicles. I miss the heart. I miss the kidneys. I miss the liver. I miss it all. I miss it all put together the way Mama used to. Is that right?
Yeah. It's usually never mama, because it's not a mama type of food.
Right. Okay.
Who
makes it?
It's a stranger man in a shop. And we have no idea whose testicles are them. They might be bull testicles or rat testicles. We have no idea.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's why is it such a thing here? Like, if you see some things in Fear Factor, we never had that kind of thing in Pakistan. Like,
because you live in total fear some of the time, right?
Yeah, a lot of the times, yeah.
I mean, in developing countries, a lot of fear. What do you say? What would you see if you see Fear Factor? These people going up for prize money, fully within the comfort of security cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it jealousy? Is it jealousy? That
what is it?
People are just jealous that everybody's so scared in Pakistan. Why not just get some scary shit here and we'll just do it in America? And then after our show will be so successful, then I can start like a podcast and have like 2 to 3 hour podcast on YouTube like Joe Rogan.
Bear Grylls
never
won much money on his show, did he?
No,
because he was doing Fear Factor on his own, by himself.
There
was no money involved there.
No money involved in there. He only had the motivation to show people that he could eat certain kind of shit.
How's that for self-sufficiency?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't. What did the camera people eat? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I've got my suspicions that perhaps they must have at least chucked him a sneaky wee protein bar.
Yeah,
you know,
as soon as they cut
with the boys.
Yeah.
But Margaret Thatcher said there's no such thing as society, right? It's all about the individual. Self-sufficiency. Is Bear Grylls the epitome of this kind of late capitalist surge for individualism? What do you think?
So, do you think Bear Grylls was a Margaret Thatcher lover?
I'm just correlating a few different things here.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps, I mean, the guy lived off nothing.
Yeah, he lived off nothing. But Margaret Thatcher's view of individualism was a little bit different.
Margaret Thatcher, how hot?
Very hot. I mean, extremely hot in a triple suit. Extremely hot. Was it a double suit? I don't know. It's a suit. Extremely hot.
Whatever happened to the double-breasted jacket? Now, of all the things I thought hipsters would be bringing back with their, image, I would have thought the double-breasted jacket would have come back. I
don't think I don't know. It's maybe, but it's too many buttons.
Well, there's the thing. It is an unusual jacket to put on with the buttons going in and out, right?
And when the thing is that you always have to be having it tied up. You can't have it open because then it's like two big flaps flopping around.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, thoughts? He's a double-breasted jacket wearing man.
Who?
Jacob Rees-Mogg.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, the Brexiteer.
Oh, yes.
I believe it was as part of his campaign that kind of lobbied to get that thing going.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. It was him and Boris Johnson.
Sure.
Yeah, and Nigel Farage. They all ran away. Nigel Farage ran away. The funniest thing about Brexit is that David Cameron made a promise, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to fulfill that promise." And then he said, "Okay, let's do the referendum." And then he did the referendum, and he said, "Okay, I'll fulfill my promise, one of the many, and I'll leave."
And he got out, right? He was recently interviewed, though, wasn't he? When he was going for a run.
Yeah.
And one of those, there was a Telegraph, Daily Mail or something, stopped to ask, of course, they have to throw the question, what are your thoughts now? This is what you envision there. This is what you laid out saying we're going to call for a referendum.
Yeah.
He did thoroughly back the Prime Minister. And that the best way forward is to have a Brexit.
There's no other way. What is the other way? What do you do? Okay, it didn't work out. Let's not leave.
You extend Article 50 and delay the process.
That's procrastination is the best way to be able to solve this problem. Let's just delay it. Let's just postpone it. Correct?
Sure.
No, you don't agree? Are you a leaver or a remainer?
Well, I'd like to know how many there still are. I would like another referendum, not for any kind of cement political reason, just to find out. Just Stats NZ doing their thing.
It will be funny if Stats
Snap poll.
If Stats NZ came up with their own research saying that 62% of Britishers think that they should leave the British island and live in Stewart Island.
Stuart.
Yeah. Or Stewart.
Stewart.
Or Stewart.
Stew.
Stew Island.
Stuart.
At the bottom, near Invercargill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gore. No. Bluff.
I'm
a new Kiwi. I know.
Far south.
Far south.
I've never been to Stewart Island. Have you been to Stewart Island?
No, I've never. I've seen boats going towards it from Bluff, but I have not seen it. Yeah, while I was having my oysters.
Oysters.
Bluff oysters. Overrated. Oysters are oysters.
Really? Did many people love the Bluff oyster?
Yeah. They love it because they are in Bluff and they are called Bluff oysters. And somebody said that, Bluff oysters are awesome. And everybody thinks that they are awesome. It's like that guy who opened up a fake restaurant in London and just rated it on TripAdvisor as 5 or 10 many times, and people loved it. Nobody went to the restaurant, and then it was just one of the highest rated restaurants in London. That's Bluff oysters.
Kaikoura lobster. Overrated?
Kaikoura lobster? I've never had it. Is it a...
Wouldn't know.
Didn't they all die in the earthquake?
Or the lobster?
Yeah.
I don't know, do they?
I think so.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Because Because it was a pretty devastating earthquake, and then the roads fell. I think all of the seals and all the lobsters died.
You know who could do with an earthquake?
What?
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson.
What a name, though, isn't it? Tucker.
And Carlson.
Tucker.
Tucker and Carlson. And
Tucker.
a lot of people use his name on Twitter while trying to be all funny and punny.
How so?
By using, instead of Tucker, they say fucker.
Oh, I see. I see.
Very imaginative, yeah.
I see what they did there.
Fucker Carlton. I've read that. Fucker Carlton. Carlton from Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And fucker from fucker.
Favorite Fox News host?
Oh, my favorite was, who's gone?
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah,
what a
O'Reilly
character.
was. Tell me now. Tell me.
I'll tell you.
He used to, no, tell me now.
Tell me.
He used to do that all the time.
I loved the pen. He loved his pen too.
Yeah, he
loved his pen. Hannity, gone? Is he gone?
No, Hannity is still there. I think
he's still there. He's the mouthpiece, isn't he?
Yeah, he will not go until both sides of his jaw separate so much that his head explodes. Then he will leave.
He does look like he's been putting on weight.
Yeah, and it's all in between the face. It's all
it
going
is, isn't
like,
it?
yeah, and
it
the
is.
face is going. The jaw is not going away, so you can still see the jawline, but the face keep growing horizontally.
Yeah.
That is maybe he has like
he's on like a 4:3 ratio, but he's now stretched across the television.
Yeah.
There's nothing really. Speaking of weight, right? I recently went to the doctor.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, how do you tell your doctor that he's put on weight?
Well,
because he's packed on a few, right? See him regularly, right?
Like, yeah.
And I don't know.
You can just say that. You can just say,
I was in good health.
You're looking pretty healthy.
He said, hey, look, Thad, you're in good health.
Yeah.
I said, thanks, doc. Now,
are you?
Are you?
Or you can just throw in these sentences that people do like, looks like you had a good Christmas 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. That's a good way to say that, they put on
I don't
weight.
know. I think that's too passive.
Too passive?
Well, maybe passive aggressive, isn't it? You're throwing it in there. He knows what I'm saying, but I'm not saying explicitly.
Or maybe you just ask a question which will put a question in their head. You just say,
are you hungry?
No, you just ask, what size waist are your pants?
Why would I need to know that?
It's just a general question.
Is
That's
it?
a question you ask on the road. I ask this question on the train all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, to the lady sitting beside me listening to headphones, I will tap on her shoulder and say, "Hey,
ask
lady.
for
hey, lady.
her waistline."
Yeah, what's your waist line?
God.
Yeah. Whenever I emphasize with a W, I say waist.
Mm-hmm.
I hate those people who do that. Where are you going?
Where?
Why?
Why?
Well, how do you say it?
Why?
Why?
Mm.
Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
Nobody's sure about English. Nobody's ever sure about English.
But many people are sure about the diets, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
You know?
Yeah, you were talking to me about recently. What were you talking about? The what was it?
What was I talking about?
Essential diets. What was that?
Oh, what?
Essential oils.
Essential oils.
That was a good topic that people are really getting into essential oils to cure their
Absolutely.
diseases.
Now this is the interesting thing, right? You know, is for so many years, right? We had oil,
Yeah.
and then when we discovered more, we had oils,
Yeah. More oils.
right? But the problem is, we'd always thought of them as non-essential.
Yeah.
So now we've now got essential oils.
Yeah. Now we have
These were
essential
optional.
oils.
The oils previously were optional. Now these ones we can't back down off, right?
No.
You see them at the markets, you see them at the vegetarian expos. You got to
Mhm.
get the essential oils.
Yeah.
It's all in the adjective.
Yeah.
It's essential.
Essential.
You can't. There's no backing down. If they called it essential vaccinations, we'd probably be fixed by now, wouldn't we?
Ah.
Anyway, I was being pushed these essential oils.
Who
you know?
said who was doing that?
Just some group of people.
At Life Pharmacy?
No, not like
When they come and spray you and all that?
No, at a market down south, right, Christchurch.
Mm-hmm. So they always say, these essential oil people, they always tell you they always use the word science somewhere in their mumbo jumbo when they were talking about it.
Science.
Yeah, they use the word science, but anything that there's any other words that is surrounding the word science doesn't sound scientific at all. So they so they will be saying that these are the essential oils extracted from the taint of a rhino, and it has been tested on the penises of the mice, and that means scientifically it has proven that it improved the health of the mice. So they've used the word science and experiment, but none of the stuff really meant anything. And then a layman or a person or a woman. No. They would think that...
Lay intersex. You can't forget the intersex.
Yeah, lay intersex.
Yeah.
Lay in LGBTQI+. Would actually just say, okay, you use the word science in an experiment. Why not just do it? Well, it's most people, like half of the pharmacies are filled with these essential oils and tablets and vitamins.
Are they now popular within the pharmacies?
Yeah. That's the money-making machine in pharmacies. Vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin F. I don't know if
it's much like I'm not sure you would have been familiar with Avon. Avon,
the water brand.
It's the kind of makeup beauty products which were pushed. I mean, I remember
maybe it's like something like that.
Somewhat, but you couldn't buy it in the stores. You could only buy it kind of like in Tupperware parties. There would be some sort of distributor within a region, or someone who knows someone, right? And you'll get a catalog delivered to you by this person personally who's working on behalf of Avon, right? But you wouldn't be able to buy their products really in stores because it's a multi-level marketing scheme. And I guess it's
pyramid. Is it pyramid?
Oh no, we won't say it's pyramid. No.
Okay.
It looks like a pyramid. It smells like a pyramid. But by God, you never call it a pyramid.
It's about multi-channel marketing.
It's about multi-channel marketing.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Much like the essential oils business.
Yeah.
You can have garages filled with the stuff.
Yeah.
As long as you sell it on.
Yeah, it's one of those things that anybody who sells this stuff is extra enthusiastic about whatever is happening in life.
Settle down, Janice.
Anything that is happening in life. I see these YouTube videos. A couple of my friends do these kinds of drinks, like isotopic drinks or isotonic drinks or something, and they will come up with their shirts off, and then they say, "Today is the day you pick up yourself from the depths of the death of the life and go on to your life and get it, and next day you have great abs because of this isotonic oil drink." So they are extremely enthusiastic about these things. Yeah,
they are.
Yeah,
too much, and of course it kind of. It's the opposite of Kiwi culture anyway.
Yeah.
In America, you push that to the top, right?
Yeah.
You ham it up, ham.
Exactly.
But here, not so much. But when you look a bit further, you always see that slightly rotted, isn't it? At the base.
What did you say? Slightly erotic?
It's rotting the foundations. The enthusiasm often. I don't know. I don't know. Right.
The enthusiasm is out there, and
it's to compensate for
the soul is dying
for a rotten soul.
Oh my
one of those big essential oil companies. I think it's Young Living.
Yeah.
Or
ExxonMobil.
Like the founder, he rocks up onto these Young Living conferences on like a ski. What's that thing with the what's the name for the vehicle that when you're on the
jet ski?
The jet ski. That's
the jet ski.
God,
it's very American.
Jet slipped my mind.
The jet ski. That's skis with engines.
That's right.
Yeah.
With huskies, and he comes pouring onto the stage.
Huskies.
Yeah.
Is there snow on the ground as well?
They bring it in.
Okay,
they bring it in. And he comes up there, and everyone's chanting, everyone's cheering, and they're all ready for these. No one should be excited about oils.
No.
You see, the thing was that he was actually he said that he received a medical certificate or a PhD from university, which didn't actually exist. And he even set up a birthing clinic, I believe.
A birthing clinic.
Yeah, where he'd do water births for babies and stuff. But the first one he did was his own daughter, but she died.
In the water.
Yeah. So
that is very sad, but
that's what I mean. It's starting from rough upbringings.
Rough upbringing.
And I mean, it gets the way to push through it.
He changed his life.
Is with an unparalleled enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Right?
See
those people smiling when you catch the train, Ahmed?
Yeah.
They're fucked.
Yeah, they're
fucked. Right? Most popular self-help book. How to win friends and influence people.
Or 12 Rules.
Or 12 Rules for Life from
the
wonderful Jordan B.
Peterson.
Yeah. Right? Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
His name wasn't even Dale Carnegie. Carnegie.
Okay.
No, it was G-Y.
Oh.
He changed it to be like the steel, the entrepreneur for the railroads. Right?
With the How to Influence People and Win Friends.
Yeah, that's like me changing my name to Zuckerberg. Yeah.
Yeah, I should change my name to Apple. Or
Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
Tim Apple, yeah. Imagine that. Tim Apple.
And I was watching these videos, just for the listeners, that Donald Trump has messed up a lot of names in the past. And one of the recent one was that he was talking to Tim Cook, or about Tim Cook in his presence. And he says, "Oh, Tim Apple is a great guy. No. Tim Apple is a great guy."
Yeah. I believe Tim actually changed his Twitter handle to Tim Apple as a response.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he did. And then I believe the great president issued a issue. You don't issue a tweet, but I mean that's the medium that we deal with now.
That's how we do it.
Issue sign across the desk, send it out the door, and he did that right with the tweet to explain this long-winded tweet to explain why he said Tim Apple as an abbreviation to save time, and that apparently he also said that you might have noticed that he said Tim Cook Apple, Tim Apple Cook, Tim Cook's apples. Now why would you say Tim Cook's apples, right?
Well, that's why he became the CEO of Apple, I guess, by cooking apples.
Yep.
I suppose. That was the main thing that Steve Apples found in Tim Apples.
Steve Apples, yeah. Steve Jobs created a lot of jobs, right?
Yeah. Steve Jobs, I've heard that he was an asshole. I think that's an old story now.
But he also is someone I believe would have been full on into this essential oils business.
Yeah.
The guy, right, died of he died of PC. Not the personal computer, the pancreatic cancer. Yeah, right. But he often
PC went mad.
PC went mad, right? Not political correctness. Not the personal, but the pancreatic cancer. And by God, I'm sure he would have found an essential oil for that.
Actually, he was a big fan of these essential oil type of bullshit.
Were they that popular back then? I mean, sure they've been around for aromatherapy.
No,
right?
I don't think aromatherapy, and I've seen this new thing called Shakti mats. Do you know that? Shakti mats. It's like it's very coarse mats with things sticking out of it.
Yeah, I know the ones.
And you lie on them, and then all of a sudden, it's like
giving
acupuncture.
yourself a massage or something.
Yeah, it's like acupuncture, but on a mat. You just lie on a mat and there's holes in your body, and then all of a sudden you feel really great. It's like multi-orgasmic.
It's never the same as a human touch, though, is it?
Well, what type of human touch?
Well, you can get these. Everyone's saying, go for a swim, in the water, and you go through the water, right? And you're swimming,
or get a sensual massage.
And it's like a massage, or go get a foam roller, roll around in a foam roller. Oh, it's like get a lacrosse ball. I was like, it's not the same as a massage.
Bubble wrap.
It's not the same as a Taiwanese woman with small, short, stubby hands digging into your trapezius, is it?
What's a trapezius?
I believe it's the muscle on the neck, the shoulder blades,
shaped like a trapeze.
The upper backs.
Shaped like a trapezium. Is that a shape, trapezium?
I don't know. I've got no idea about shapes. But I believe, yes, that he, Steve Jobs, would have been.
Trapeze is the thing that people do in the circus.
Is it?
Yeah.
It probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. The circus.
The circus and the neck What a place. People wear really short clothes. I don't know why. I think it's a safety thing in the circus. Only the clowns wear lots of clothes. All the other people, skin tight, everything. And the animals don't even wear any clothes. So it's...
Are you sure?
Yeah. Which animal?
When was the last time you went to a circus?
I've been to a circus like 20 years ago, I think.
That's a long time.
A long time ago. It was that time when the circus was in. You know, there was like always there was a lady with a beard in there, and then people would kick around the little people.
Oh, God.
And the whole crowd would laugh. And that was acceptable at that time. But now, nothing. Now circus is musical, and they do Michael Jackson themed performances like the Cirque du Soleil.
Michael Jackson themed performances.
You don't know there was after his death there was a Cirque du Soleil dedicated to him, or it was directed by, or the money went. I don't know, something was happening, and it was a whole show was around Michael Jackson.
Notice they never did that for Jimmy Savile.
Well, I mean, did Jimmy Savile do a moonwalk?
No, I don't think he did.
Did he have the Thriller?
No, he didn't.
Did he have Man in the Mirror?
Point well made.
Did he touch kids?
Did he?
Did he? Well, I guess he did.
Michael Jackson, hot or not?
Like as a hot news, or hot as a sexual being?
Sexual being.
Welcome back, bitches. We just we just had a battery malfunction, but it's okay.
So a what? A battery
Function.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. What did you think?
I thought you swore.
Oh, function.
Jesus.
Oh, this is a family show, as our favorite Andrew Zoltzman would tell people.
No, you know. Oh, our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior, Andrew Zoltzman. Nobody knows, but we know. So, in any case, we were talking about if Michael Jackson was hot or not. So he was quite hot in the 80s and the 90s. I was actually quite struck by his coolness with the stringy hair and the shiny clothing. So I was, and the songs as well. I was quite. But then
you can't hear the songs anymore.
You can't. No.
You
can't. It's not possible to hear the songs because I think somebody destroyed all the records.
Well, I took an Uber, right?
Yeah.
First time recently. Jump in the guy's car.
Yeah.
It picks me up.
Mm-hmm.
He's blasting Michael Jackson.
Oh, he's one of those people who's defiantly playing Michael Jackson, even though he never loved it.
He was incredibly embarrassed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I opened up the door. He didn't see me coming. I was approaching from behind the Prius.
Oh.
Right? Not coming. Behind the Prius, jumping over the door. Is this Ying Chang? Yeah? He says, I am Ying Chang.
Yeah.
But he was yelling it to me over Man in the Mirror. And then once he realized, God, the embarrassment.
Oh, my God. People are quite embarrassed with that.
Yeah? And you know what he put on next?
What?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah. Now that's the thing, isn't it?
That's quite a spectrum of abuse. There's one is sexual and one is a violent beating. Didn't he do that?
He did.
He did.
He did.
But he went on okay to do songs and shit.
Yeah, and he stays on the radio, but Michael Jackson, no.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Can you separate the art from the artist?
I usually, it depends. I go organically. So with, what do you say?
What does that mean, organically?
How I feel.
Sure.
I don't push myself to, So when I listen to Bill Cosby,
oh, God.
At the end of each joke, I'm saying rape. Joke finishes, rape.
Well, that's the thing. There were these subtle undertones to his comedy when revisiting them in a new light, they do cast rather negatively on.
Yeah, and
they kind of illuminate the aspects which were previously hidden away.
Yeah. So, but for instance, who else is there?
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
with Woody Allen. I haven't been able to, I see Woody Allen. I haven't, organically, I haven't been able to be disgusted by his movies yet.
No, true.
Yeah.
Although there was that movie that Larry David was in, of a Woody Allen film,
Yeah,
where he does fall in love with a very, very, young girl.
Well, he has a theme of falling in love with very, very young girls a lot of times.
So did R. Kelly, right?
Yeah, but
Now,
that was his real life, though. That was his.
This is true,
real life. And that was not. That was all love. That was beast.
To move quickly, there was that part in that R. Kelly interview where I can't remember what's the journalist's name.
Gail King.
That's right, Gail King, and she questions him on why. He likes younger women, right?
Yeah,
girls even. And it probably doesn't bode well for him for the fact that his relationships, he always seems to be focusing, even now as he is older.
Yeah.
But he goes, I can't quote him verbatim here, but he does mention that he goes spends time with 45-year-old women. They tight. They tight. And he didn't need to say that. He didn't need to say that the 45-year-old women were tight. It's almost as if to say that's
the criteria. Any age doesn't matter. If the body is tight, then R. Kelly is into it.
That's fine.
Yeah. R. Kelly goes for tight. What are you going to do? R. Kelly's going to go for tight.
Doesn't help a situation of his campaigning that.
No.
They tight.
The interview didn't help him at all, actually.
Did not, no.
I don't know why did he do it? I don't know why publicists actually ask people to do an interview after they've been disgraced with some sort of allegation or some, that kind of thing that happens. They come in and then they make a fool out of themselves most of the times.
But of course,
like Neil deGrasse Tyson, he went away. But I think he's slowly coming back.
He had an accusation, didn't he?
Huh?
He had an accusation.
Yeah, he had a couple of accusations.
Yeah.
With some bullying and some harassment. But he stayed on Twitter. He didn't come live and had an interview and said these things. The thing is that what have we been doing? I mean, is that all we do? As soon as we become famous, we want to do some things to the woman? Like all these famous
Great
people.
question.
Why is this happening? Why is it? Is that a power thing? Is that a power thing?
I don't think it has much to do with fame. I just think
it's just a power thing, or it's just a male thing.
I think it might just be a thing.
A thing.
well, it's certainly a thing. I think we have a tendency, to pull the people down, right?
Yeah.
Build them up.
Yeah.
Pull them down.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But in this case, no, I think it's just a thing anyway.
Yeah. Well, I guess I think it's like a cleansing period. People go through a cleanse.
A cleanse.
So people are going through. This is the.
Do you think the Me Too movement is a cleansing movement?
Yeah, it's a cleansing movement. It's like the society is being cleansed of these things.
Like a Kiwi
people
crush.
coming out with their stories, and the bad people are getting removed, or not getting removed in the sense, but getting humiliated and being shown their face and being questions of what they did or allegedly did. But
the difficulty is separating the art from the artist. So when we're dealing with the famous people, whether there's movies, music, television shows, stand-up comedy, how on earth do we, when we want things in such kind of polarizing cultures now, how can we do it? I think with Michael Jackson, whether you believe all the accusations or not, I mean, you'd have to admit that the lower spectrum is that he's weird, right? Still sleep with kids.
Yeah, it's a weirdest thing.
And something else.
And also everybody knew about it forever, but everybody knew about it forever, but the documentary just tipped it off. I haven't seen the documentary yet.
No, neither have I.
It'll be a fun watch. Let's do a live reaction podcast.
I don't think it's the type of thing that you're going to do a live reaction on.
Anyway, so he's dead now, and then his legacy is dead now as well, soon. And But he has earned his estate is making a lot more money because his songs are selling quite fast now. He's getting lots of streams and shit.
But his songs don't necessarily connect. They don't really have any. In listening to his songs, they don't illuminate any of the types of sinister behavior that he himself harnessed and inflicted on other people. But
That's
you
true.
can, I guess, for Louis C.K. You can look back at it and see a certain type of misogyny in his jokes.
Whether Woody Allen as well.
Yeah, whereas Louis delivered them with a certain type of self-awareness and irony.
Yeah.
Deep down, I guess there was a certain amount of truth to it.
Exactly. And I don't know if you saw the movie that was just came out when all the whole allegations hit with Louis C.K. Did you see that movie?
No.
I saw that movie. It was creepy as shit.
I don't know if anyone's actually gone on to touch kids as a result of listening to Michael Jackson.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. We have no idea. Well, we have no idea about the allegations as well. Nobody knows. The whole world is going crazy, but the only people who know is one of them is dead and the other people who have been molested. So, what can one think? So I think we've done enough time today with this chatterbox. It became quite a nice conversation in the end, with some cultural critique, which is quite good. We like culture critique, and I think Thaddeus didn't want this to be put out, but I think we'll put it out. You'd love it. Everybody will love it. Do you agree? It's a podcast. You don't shake your head. You gotta say a word.
Yeah.
So I think
hot.
we have reached the end here, and for the next 3 weeks I'm away in Ethiopia. I'm climbing a mountain, bitches, and on that mountain I won't have access to a mic or something, so Renee might be doing some podcast with somebody else, or so don't forget me, and I'll be back soon, but we'll be coming up with the episodes again and again. So take care, have fun, follow us on baboonyodel.com, on Twitter, Baboon Yodel, on Instagram, Baboon Yodel, everywhere, Baboon Yodel. If you see a baboon, they will know about our podcast. So
Yodel. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was quite fun. I quite enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Thanks for letting me stay too.
It's it's Baboon Yodel Studios. So
Baboon Yodel Studios.
We got mattresses, everything. Good. We have free condoms and soap if you need. We got bread, samosas, got some samosas, milk. If you want to hydrate yourself, there's some milk there. Yeah.
Long life.
Long life. I've heard that bathing in milk is quite good because in Islam, when you go to the heaven, there's a lot of milk and honey. So enjoy that. You want to go to sleep? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Bye.